Hi, this is Mark at learnhowtogarden.com, and in today's episode of the 10-Minute Gardener we're going to be doing a September update on our chilies and our sweet peppers that we've been growing and comparing the crops that we're actually sort of going to achieve off each plant. If you don't subscribe to us on Learn How to Garden, there's a link just below this video. It'll take you to the website. All it is your email address, and that just keeps you up to date with what we're doing. Our September newsletter's just gone out. It's about 18 minutes. I think it's fun. I think it's got lots of information in it, but it's entirely up to you. Anyway, back to today's chat or video log. And at the beginning of the year, and it's very early in the year, you start off with peppers. I planted some into pots, which I'll show you in a moment. That was on one of the earlier videos to discuss different pot sizes, and some into the ground. And I deliberately this year interspaced my chilies and my sweet peppers just in a row. And the reason that this year I planted them in a row is to show you, if you like, in this video, why I think if you're limited for space, you're always better to plump for chilies. Now, I love sweet peppers. I love roasted sweet pepper. It's one of my favourite toppings to pop on a pizza. I love just roasted sweet peppers that have marinated for a day in olive oil. And these are some of our sweet peppers. These are now ready to come off. So we'll just get him off. And as you can see, this is called Toppio Rosso. It's an Italian variety. Beautiful. I love these. But this plant has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And probably by the end of the year I'll get 6 of these ripe. The one on the opposite side of the row also has 6. So you're only probably going to get a good meal off each plant. So here I am pepper juggling. So we've got basically 5 peppers that we're going to probably slightly roast and stuff, I've just been informed. The reason that we're going to eat a green pepper is quite simply I knocked this off when I was picking the red ones. Whenever you see green peppers in a supermarket, they literally are ones that just haven't turned red. There's not a variety that's green. And the reason that we were all encouraged to eat green peppers, obviously you can pick them normally 3-4 weeks before the red ones. So it's a much faster way of getting a return for the farmers when they're growing them commercially. We don't have to worry about that. Also, if you're one of those people that peppers can sometimes cause slight indigestion, it's invariably the green ones, very rarely the red. So like I say, we'll probably just slow roast these and then stuff them, but that's what we've got off a pepper plant. If I just move slightly and we focus sort of into this maze here, this mass, this is a chilli. This is called Ring of Fire. This is my #1 chilli. I tell everybody if you're going to start with chilli, start with this one because it is hot enough that you know you're eating it. I mean, this is a hot chilli. It's not one of the blistering Naga chilies or the Habaneros, but it's hot enough. And I'm not sure how close we can focus in on this plant, but it's covered. It's absolutely covered in plants. It's covered in chilies. And if I just get in here and flick, some are starting to turn already, and we get these beautiful long chilies. Now with this chili, that one chili is more than enough to make you a really, really hot curry. If you were to dry these chilies and then grind them for a powder, it'll last at least over a year. And one plant this big will make you more than enough chili for a single year. So if you've only got space for one plant, if you've got limited space in your greenhouse, if you're growing on your patio, if you're going to grow these on a windowsill, then a chili is obviously the one to grow for. As you get more space, sweet peppers are beautiful, great things to grow. But this is just to say, you know, if you don't have a lot of space, chilies are the way to go. And this one, as I say, is a great one. Wonderful things. And remember, with a chili, there's far, far more heat in the shoulder end here than down here. So when you try it or test it, we invariably all eat this piece, don't we? That's where the power comes. In fact, where the real heat is in the little white, if you like, seed separators inside here. That's where the real heat comes. And the other trick that you can do with these, which we'll show you later, is how you by just using small chilies like this, we can make both a chili oil and we can make dried chili to use from a single plant. But that's for, probably we'll be doing that in our October newsletter, I suspect. Anyway, still a weak feed for these. It's still worth sort of encouraging them to come along. As soon as anything's red, get it off the plant. Once something is ripe like that, it's not going to get any bigger. Get it off, give it a chance for the others to grow. A good halfway house between your sweet peppers and your chilies would be a plant like this. And I'll just bring this one over. This is Rockatillo. It is a chili, but it's nowhere near as hot as Ring of Fire. And what we tend to do with these is we bake these, normally put a cream cheese or mascarpone or some filling in, some sort of nice sort of mild filling, and then pop them again under oil. And they're one of those things that if you just fancy a snack at any point, fancy being warmed up on a cool evening in autumn, they're great to just pick out and sort of nibble through with a nice glass of red wine. All the names for all of these are tagged under the videos. There's one or two that I haven't covered yet that I'll be covering in a second, and that's the Habaneros, the really hot fiery ones. And I just want to show you how they're growing literally behind our Ring of Fire in the ground. But if you really do want the most, bang for your buck, the most power to come out of a plant, then this beauty behind me has got to be up there. It's one of the world's top 3 or 4 hottest chilies. Naga chilies are hot, we grow those. We've got a wonderful Dorset Naga just over here in a pot. But these are Trinidadian Habanero 7 pots. Called 7 pot because they say one of these chilies is enough to heat 7 big pots of food. They're still probably 4 to 6 weeks away from being ready. But these are just like nuclear chilies, wonderful things. And as you can see, one plant will give you more than enough. People just can't pick these and eat them. Well, having said that, I've got a couple of friends who are firemen, and last year for a bet, they took some of these into the station and they dipped them in mayonnaise and ate them. I was reliably informed by one of them that 3 days later, going to the toilet was still a, shall we say, enlightening experience. I haven't done it myself and I have no intention of trying, but this is one of the chilies that at the end of the year, my son, who's the chef, is going to be actually subjecting to the chili challenge, where he and a couple of his friends are going to see how long they can resist having a glass of water or some sugar having chewed one of these. But I digress. These are Habaneros, like I say. Don't worry if yours are green like this. Still plenty of time for these to change colour. I hope you've enjoyed that update on our peppers, and it gives you some idea about what you fancy growing yourself. Any questions you've got, drop me a line at Learn How to Garden. I hope you're enjoying using your 10 minutes a day constructively in the gardens. That's Mark from the 10 Minute Garden saying thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.